Hello there, and welcome to your all sign reading today. So I'm going to go through each of the star signs. So I'm going to go through each of the star signs today. So please do check out down below and let me know in the comments if you've enjoyed your reading, and just give the like button a little boop. So we're going to start off today with Aries. Aries, what do you need to know today, Aries? So we have got cups here. I feel like it's just generally kind of like this joyous occasion for you. Some of you are literally connecting with family. If it's not family, it'll be friends. Having some joy, having some fun. It is a good distraction for you. And I want to say distraction because I feel like you're plotting and you're trying to decide, where do I go next? What do I do next with my life? I do feel like you're actually going to go towards a whole new career that's going to actually make you enjoy yourself a lot more. This is almost like taking on a new hobby or a new side hustle, or possibly even just literally applying for jobs. I feel like most of you, this is like a side hustle or doing something else alongside it. With the Hierophant card in reverse though, you're not really taking it seriously yet. I feel like this is a little bit of a pipe dream of going, I would enjoy doing this, I would like to do this, but it is a bit more of a pipe dream. There is this kind of element here of lack of fulfillment hanging over you. And I feel like for a while now, you haven't really been able to speak up your own voice. You've had a lot of compression on your throat chakra. You've had a lot of compression of what you think and what you feel. Like you haven't been able to fully express yourself or fully explain yourself. And I feel like with the Queen of Pentacles here, you feel like you've lost out on a lot. With the reverse of the Strength card though, I do feel like it's kind of knocked your confidence a little bit, because you're like, well, I've been successful at this one thing and everything else in life I've ever tried has never worked. So if I kind of just start focusing on something else, then maybe it won't work, and maybe it'll cause issues with what I'm doing currently. But I feel like you will actually have positive communication as soon as you start working on it. So I would say definitely take this leap of faith, because this almost feels like more over the next few weeks or months, even not even just today. But enjoy that time with friends or family members to really help you to kind of reinvigorate yourself, get some more enjoyment, some more fun, and then that in turn will help you so much when it comes to actually connecting with people going forward, when it comes to the actual feeling of, okay, I'm moving forward here, I'm progressing forward, and that'll kind of help you to kind of see things from a whole new perspective. Anything else you need to know today though? You are going to need some protection over your finances, and I feel like this is more to do with overspending. As you go now, as you're having fun, be careful that you don't end up fitting the entire bill for it, because I feel like some of you, your friends or your family members, might be like, oh, you know, you can afford it, you can pay, you know. They won't necessarily want to pay, they won't necessarily want to put their hands in their pockets, but I feel like if you do say to them, look, you know, it's not really fair, you know, we should be paying 50-50, you know, that kind of thing, or just like saying, look, you know, you need to pay your half, that kind of thing, they will end up paying for it. I don't feel like they're going to not, I just feel like they're going to avoid to do it. They're going to be like, well, what's the point of me doing it, because you've got the money to do it anyway, which really honestly isn't fair to you. Because yes, you may have the money to be able to pay for them, but should you have to? No. You could use that money for something else, like building up your next career path, or just generally having a bit of fun, you know. You shouldn't have to foot the bill for other people, is what I'm trying to say. But I hope that helps you out though, Aries. So we're going to move on next to Taurus. So, Taurus, what do you need to know today? You're definitely manifesting in today some communication here with the Queen of Wands. I do feel like, though, be careful about what you wished for. Because, yes, you're manifesting somebody to communicate with you, somebody to talk to you, somebody to communicate. But it's almost like this person is kind of wrapped in arrogance. I do feel like you feel like they owe you an explanation, and that's the reason why you're trying to manifest them to have a conversation with you. You owe them, you are owed by them an explanation, should I say. You're owed them to explain why they've been acting badly for quite a while. I do feel like, though, there is this kind of worry here of arguments kind of starting off, that you have a conversation with them and you're like, well, are you going to apologise for how you acted? Or are you going to change because how you acted was inappropriately or bad? And they're going to stick up here and go, no, I haven't got anything to apologise. I haven't done anything wrong. So I do feel like the outcome of this is more you feeling a little bit like you're left out in the cold. This is, though, mainly to do with their own arrogance. Like, this person you're dealing with, Taurus, are so arrogant they're unwilling to realistically see it from anybody else's perspective other than their own. Like, as soon as they're getting called out on junk, they are not apologising. They are in fight mode, basically. So, to kind of get the best response, which is what you want, like, them to have an explanation of the bad behaviour, etc., you need to take a step back, take it slowly with them. Don't confront them directly, just allow them to talk, because I do feel like as you allow them to slowly talk, they will end up coming around and go, you know what, maybe I should have, like, behaved differently. I do feel like it's quite a sideways, like, response, though. It's not really, like, it's not them properly kind of admitting their guilt. It's them sideways admitting it. They don't really want to feel ashamed of their bad behaviour, because they don't want to feel ashamed of anything they've done at all. It's still the ego kind of coming in. Anything else you need to know? With the Judgment card, though, I do feel like you'll be making this positive decision here to kind of release them, to let it go. And I feel like this is actually going to give you a lot more energy to focus on your own actions. So, where am I going from here? What am I manifesting from here? Where am I continuing on from here? And so, this is almost like a release. Sometimes we need these, like, karmic releases so that we can progress forward. So we can get the new job, or we can get, like, the new place we want to go for. Because, unfortunately, sometimes if we stay with those people in our lives, whether it's a lover that's acted badly, we're never, or like a friend that's acting badly, we're never really going to progress unless we get rid of those out of our lives, that which does not serve us. So see it as, like, I'm moving past this issue with them, so then I can have more energy and more time for myself to focus on what's important. Is there anything else you need to know today, though? You're definitely removing blockages here. As we said before, disconnection. I don't feel like the movement forward is going to be straight away. It's going to be more a few months down the line. And it's because you needed a proper spring cleaning first, and then you needed a bit of time of rest. So it's not an instant change, but it is something that if you'd have stuck with them in your life, it hadn't been resolved, this would have caused issues like 6 months down the line or so. It would have caused more problems down the line. So it's better that you're moving forward now. But I hope that helps you out, Taurus. We're going to head on now, but please make sure you give it a little like. You give the like button a little boop as well. We have got now Gemini. Geminis, what do you need to know today, Geminis? You are definitely manifesting like a new, I feel like new relationship. For some of you singles, this is like literally a new relationship. For those of you that isn't a new relationship, I just saw 444 on my timer. For those of you that it isn't a new relationship, it's a new stage in the relationship, basically. has been this emotional stagnation here with the Queen of Cups in reverse. Like, emotionally, you haven't been able to move forward. You haven't been able to progress this. You haven't been able to continue this on. And it's left with this coldness here, this isolation. I feel like more than anything, the reason why you're having issues in this relationship right now is due to baggages from the past. I feel like whoever you're dealing with, they had an ex who was quite brutal to them, quite insulting, quite arrogant, quite nasty, and that led them to kind of bottle up their feelings. And unfortunately, when people bottle up their feelings like that, it makes it very difficult for them to continue on. It makes it exceedingly difficult for them to kind of get to a certain point where they can continue on with their life or continue on with anything, really. It does feel like, though, here with the swords, though, they haven't quite left that past behind. Although they're not with them anymore, obviously, they still haven't fully healed or fully recharged themselves from it. And the reason why I want to say recharge, it's like recharge their ability for empathy as well. Because this person really kind of drained them. They drained their empathy, they drained their ability to talk about their feelings and what they want in life. And they just generally drained anything that was kind of good out of them, realistically. So, although they've done a lot of work to sort that out, it is a very patched work. It's almost like you can still see the seams. And sometimes when things get a bit tough, those seams can rip apart because it's not a solid piece of fabric anymore. It's not a solid dimension anymore. It's slowly being pulled away. Anything else you need to know, though, today? With the Fool card here, though, in reverse, you are taking it slowly. You don't need to rush forward with this, because they can't really offer you much yet, but they will eventually. So, although this is almost like a slow burn, like a slow continuation, a slow progression, a slow push forward, I don't feel like it necessarily will be the quickest way for it to continue on. I do feel like there is an element here that it's going to be a little bit difficult to continue on. This person is trying to race forward with their life, though, so they're not a commitment phobe by any stretch of the imagination. They really do want a life. They do really want a proper connection. They want to be able to continue on. It's just this relationship they had really kind of knocked them for six. It really kind of made it hard for them to really kind of trust and really get momentum back. I'm just going to get another couple because I feel like something else you need to know. What else do you need to know, though, today, Geminis? Don't take things too seriously yet. Just stick to like loving, flirtation and fun. And you'll actually head towards a better beginning. So I know that was very love heavily, but I hope you can take it, Geminis. And if it has resonated with you, please just go and click the little like button down below and let me know. So, Cancers. So, what do the Cancers need to know today? What do Cancers need to know today? You have a lot to juggle here, and I feel like you've almost wanted a lot to juggle. You wanted a lot of movement forward. And the reason why you wanted all this kind of, I don't want to say responsibility, but you wanted movement forward, is you didn't feel those around you was taking it very seriously. So it's like, I want responsibility. I want people to give me things that need to be done so that I know that this person is valuing me and valuing what I bring to the table. With the Empress card, though, in the reverse, I do feel like there is an element here of you're not really seeing where you can continue on from here yet. Like, you're not really seeing your own value yet. So that's the reason why it's not being communicated to others. So I do feel like, don't blame the people around you by going, they're not treating me with respect, or they don't really understand what I'm bringing to the table. They're trying to, it's just, it's very difficult for them. They don't really know how to continue on from here. I do feel like your hard work isn't paying off yet, and it's because it's almost like you're focused on the material matters of life. You're focused about how other people react or how much you're getting paid. Generally, I feel like it's more like how other people react. Once you take a step away from that and go, you know what? How does this make me feel? Do I enjoy it? Do I not enjoy it? Do I enjoy where I'm going with this? Then I do feel like, actually, you know what? You'll be able to continue on a lot better. You'll get to a stage you'll be able to progress a lot better. And I do feel like here particularly you're overcoming a lot of these obstacles in isolation. With the King of Pentacles here, I do feel like there is this kind of unknown value to what you can do. I do feel like for many of you though, this is a little bit to do with the fact that you're going down the wrong route. You need to be kind of going down a new path in life or a new route in life. And that not only other people will value more at it, but also you'll value yourself more. Like you'll feel like you're achieving more. You'll feel like you're capable of more. So it is mostly more to do with your own sense of self, but there is an element here of needing to take a sidestep towards something new, towards a new prospect. I don't think you normally ever are able to kind of really see things from others' perspective sometimes, Cancers. Like when it comes to how they perceive you, you can do it really well when it comes to empathizing about them, oh, how are they feeling? But when it's about you, I almost feel like there's always this extreme view. And I don't want to say negative view because I feel like it always goes to the extreme. Either, oh, I think this person hates me, or oh, I think this person loves me. And it's never middle ground. It's never oh, I'm not really sure, or oh, I think they kind of see me as a friend, but I'm not sure. It's never in the middle ground. It's always one extreme or another. You are dealing with a little bit of deception here, though. I feel like somebody is being a little bit deceptive with you in the workplace. And you will get justice before the end of the month, I feel like, from this. So I do feel like there is somebody who is taking a little bit of advantage of what you can bring to the table. With the Judgment card, though, you are making the decision, though, to not necessarily call them out to it directly. I feel like some of you will find out before it happens. But you're making a judgment call to carry on regardless with what you are wanting to achieve and where you want to go in life, regardless to whether or not this person's causing issues or causing problems. So, I hope that helps you out, Cancers. We're going to carry on now to the next one, which is Leo. But please make sure to give it a comment and a like if you've enjoyed the reading. So, Leos. What does Leos need to know today? You're dealing with somebody very demanding today. I almost feel like this is somebody that's trying to put the weight of the world on your shoulders. They do stress you out a little bit. Somebody that stresses you out a lot. It's almost like take. This is almost like somebody either literally guilt tripping you and saying, oh, can you come and help me with this? Can you do this for me? Can you help me with this? It's either somebody guilt tripping you into trying to help, trying to say, can you come and help me with this? Or it's you having somebody who's just draining you constantly, so they're constantly taking your time or your energy. You are taking action against this now. You're not just letting them walk all over you. You've chosen to disconnect from it. You've chosen to walk away from this. You've chosen to put the boundaries up, which is, it's really good for you, Leo. It's really good that you put those boundaries up, because I do feel like in general, Leos in general just want everybody to love them. Like, oh my God, I love everyone. I want everyone to love me. And it can cause you to get a bit, distracted with other people's problems, because you're like, well, I want to help them because I want them to like me. Anything else? You're focusing too much on the positives and not seeing what the negatives they bring to your life. And I feel like this is to help you to get onto your path. So for some of you, this is literally saying that if you didn't get this person out of your life, you wouldn't kind of go forward in the right direction with your career. Others of you, it's like romance. If you didn't disconnect from this person, you wouldn't find the kind of romance that you deserve. So it's almost like they're coming back around just as a bit of a test. Going, are you going to put up healthy boundaries with them? Or are you going to kind of let them walk all over you? Or are you going to kind of let them behave badly? That kind of thing. So there is that element there of like, how are they going to treat me? There is this element here of that you're going to still have some troubled waters with them and issues with them. And I feel like it's as you're pushing them away and saying, no, I'm not doing that. I'm putting healthy boundaries. I'll be your friend, but I'm not. Or I'll be in connection with you, but I'm not going to kind of deal with that. You are kind of getting to a certain point where you are starting to realise that to kind of get your progression that you want and you need, you're having to say no. And I do feel like they're going to get a bit angry, a bit upset about it, cause a little bit of problems for you, but I feel like this is very short-lived. It's like a storm in a teacup, basically. They make a big shout and scream about it, but they really don't do anything. So I wouldn't be too afraid about it or anything. It's like a toddler. Like a toddler lying on the floor, kicking the legs and screaming. And there isn't much they can do. It's just, they can only do so much. They can only do a little bit to kind of transition through this. And I do feel like it is going to take a little bit of time to kind of realise that their bad behaviour is just part and parcel of what they're always going to do. You know, they're always going to cause some problems for people in their lives. And I feel like that's just them. They're just a bit of a draining character. I'm going to try and get something else for you because I don't want to leave you with just this person being a problem. But do know that this is good, that you're proving to the universe, you're showing that you've learnt your lesson about putting boundaries in about this. So, can you tell me something else, something positive that you're manifesting today or next 2 days? You're manifesting some more fun. I feel like for many of you Leos, you need some more fun, some more excitement. This is either literally going out for a meal or a coffee with somebody, or just having some fun times. And this fun time is helping you to kind of get yourself out of this stagnation of, and I feel like stagnation of spending time with people, having fun, being social. Like, there's almost like, you know, you've kind of hidden yourself away all winter and now it's time to defrost. Now it's time to kind of continue on. And now it's time to kind of get back your energy again and get back your groove again. I'd definitely say make sure you accept the fun ones. Like somebody asking you to go out for a drink or go out somewhere fun and you want to do it, go and do it. Because I feel like the only risk here is that you might go, well, I kind of really want to go out with them, I want to go shops with them, or want to go for coffee with them, but I don't feel like I have the time or energy to do it. So there is a little bit of element here of being drained and not really having the time or energy. So, but please do take that, Leos, and if you've enjoyed it, please comment down below. So, I'm going to move on now to Virgos. Virgos. What do you need to know today, Virgos? You're getting balance back in life, and I feel like this is financial balance. You're starting to balance the books. There is a little bit of uncertainty here. I do feel like you're getting positive communication, though. You are being a little bit stuck here, though. A little bit heartbroken still. I almost feel like with you, Virgos, this is I'm starting to see that I can get balance with my finances again, like positive balance, as in, like, I'm starting to build up the nest eggs again, etc. But there is still a lot of stress around you. Like, you're still having to work quite hard. You're still having, like, to make sure you're very careful with your money, that kind of thing, like not having lots of excesses to enjoy yourself with. So, but I feel like this communication coming in is helping you with that heartbreak. This is almost like somebody saying, well, you should try this, this and this to get more money, or try this, this and this to balance things out. Like, definitely positive communication coming through. Your hard work, though, will definitely pay off for trying to sort out these finances, trying to balance your finances, trying to get to a point where you can save a certain amount of money. This is very much long term, though. This is like months. Some of you literally years down the line that have got big debts or big financial issues you're having to deal with. But some of you, this is literally months. I definitely don't feel like it's days or weeks, though. It's much more long term. Yes, you're going to have to be sticking at it for a bit longer, but you are going to progress forward quite well. One thing I would say, though, with the Page of Swords here, you have a lot of people around you who really care and love you and want to help you in any way they can. Do take advantage of that, because I feel like some of you are not asking for help when you need that. And I feel like although they're not necessarily going to help you financially, I don't feel like this is financial. This is more of like helping you to move things or helping you to do things, that kind of thing. Not necessarily financial, but like helping you with work or helping you with your general life. This is really positive, though. I just feel like they don't know how to help. Like, they kind of have this inkling that you need help and they want to help you, but they're like, well, because Virgo won't tell me how I can help them, what do I do? Where do I go from here? You know, it's difficult for them to know what to do next. With the Justice card, though, in reverse, I do feel like there's a lot of injustice and unfairness around you, surrounding the fact that you're having to kind of put all this extra energy in. It's not like you got here because you were overspending to begin with. It was more to do with the fact of just, it's very difficult to kind of pay the bills. Like, you know, it's very difficult because of cost of living, you know. It's that kind of mentality. I do feel like, though, here with the reverse of the wands, there is going to be some more communication coming in. I don't feel like people are arguing with you, though. This is like people informing you of what's going on to help you, to give you a better idea of where to go from next, how to continue on saving, how to continue on improving your finances. This is more helpful. I don't want to say advice, because I feel like it's helpful knowledge coming in, but they're not directly aiming at you. They're not directly saying, oh, just a heads up, I know you've been trying to do this, you might need to know about this. It's just general knowledge they're kind of telling you, which then you are interpreting it and using to progress yourself forward. But you are going to come out the cold, though. You're not going to be left there. You're not going to be having to deal with all this bad luck forever. You're getting definite security coming in, and I feel like it's almost like there's a start here of feeling like, you know, you can finally breathe and you can finally relax. I don't feel like you're completely there, though, but it is the start of that kind of relaxation of feeling like I don't have to worry as much, or I don't have to fight as much to keep my head above water. So I hope that helps you out, though, Virgos. I hope that helps you out. But I'm going to move on to the next reading now, and please do take care of yourself. So I'm going to move on now to Libras. So Libras. What do you need to know today, Libras? You're avoiding doing some self-improvement here, and I feel like it's because you don't really know how it's going to play out. There's a nervousness of going, well, if I put it off and put it off and put it off, then I've never really failed, but in the same point, you've never really succeeded. This is because there's something you really want to do with your career and finances. You really want to kind of improve your life by doing this. Some of you, that is literally career and finances. Others of you, it's more interpersonal, so it's more improvements to yourself in general. But whichever it is, it's like it's going to help you with your career or your finances down the road. Even if it's kind of abstract, like sometimes when we're like, oh, I'm going to read a bunch of new books, then you're like, well, that doesn't really affect my job, but it kind of does, because you're learning a lot along the way, you know. But there isn't the balance there in your life right now. So one of the problems here is that you're having such imbalance in your life. You don't have this schedule. You don't have a set normal schedule. You don't have a schedule of when you do stuff, or how you keep on track with stuff. And because of that, it makes it very difficult for you to really kind of own up when you're avoiding something, or you're kind of procrastinating. I don't feel like you're on the right path with it yet, but once you do take the leap of faith, I do feel like it is going to be positive. So I almost want to flip that around once you take a leap of faith. But with the Queen of Swords here, you're being a bit too humble. You're not giving yourself the benefit of doubt. You're not giving yourself the belief that you can achieve this and you can continue on with this. One thing I would say though is I do feel like there is an element here of you having to leave behind a lot. You're having to leave behind a lot, as well as your self-doubts. So this is actually going to change your life quite a bit once you get started with it. It is going to change it for the better, for the positive, not negative. But it is going to do some major changes for you. I'm just going to see if there's anything else you need to know though. You're kind of choosing to disconnect here though. I do feel like that some of the people around you are trying to kind of be open with you. They're trying to talk to you. They're trying to approach you, but you're not wanting to take it on. You do need to take it more seriously though. I definitely say stop procrastinating. I feel like is the major message here. Stop procrastinating. But we're going to see if there's anything else you need to know about what you're going to manifest. Because I do feel like just in general, it is going to go forward in a positive direction once you take the leap of faith. Once you continue on with it. We've got the Queen of Pentacles here. You're definitely manifesting some more money in today, some financial improvements, and this is gonna allow you to kind of enjoy yourself a little bit more, have some fun, have a little bit of spending. Be careful about money losses though, like the overspending, because I feel like you have this expectation that the money's just going to keep on coming over and over again. It's perfectly fine to kind of spend some money, but make sure you've always got a certain percentage of it stored away, or a certain percentage you're leaving behind. And I feel like more than anything, Libras, that's what you're having to do, is say, okay, well, I need to kind of save this up. I need to kind of focus on how I'm going to save this up to kind of continue on. But I feel like actually you're being offered this chance here. You're definitely being offered this chance to earn more. So embrace it, enjoy it, spend a little bit of it, but just like, leave at least half of it back to help you to build up a kind of lump sum, basically. So we're going to move on now, but I hope you've enjoyed that, Libras. And if you have, please leave a comment and click the like button down below. We're going to move on now to Scorpios. Scorpios. What do you need to know today, Scorpios? Scorpios, you're kind of getting more focused here today. And I feel like this is more of what you want to do long term. This is almost like you focusing on where am I going to go from here? What am I going to do like 5-10 years down the line? Kind of having a moment of going, I've got this idea of where I want to be. And I do feel like you can achieve this. But it's almost like it feels a little bit overwhelming because it's such a big change. Sometimes when we're like, oh my god, I want to do this in 5-10 years down the line, because it's such a big change, you don't really know where to go from here, what to do from here. You're not quite having any of the payoffs yet from it, because I do feel like you have done some positive changes in that direction. So trying to move yourself in that direction, trying to do some self-improvement, or trying to improve your life in general to achieve that, but you haven't had the payoff yet. Why is that? It's because you are quite stuck right now. You are a little bit, I want to say like heartbroken, or just emotionally kind of still kind of closed off. I feel like you have dealt with some heartbreak over the last few months or last 6 months, and that's kind of kept the rest of you stuck. Sometimes even if we are not outwardly kind of like being like, oh, I'm really sad, I'm really down, I'm really depressed, etc. Even if we're not outwardly like that, it's important to realize, it's important to know that we do need to kind of see things from a whole new perspective, a whole new viewpoint, vantage point here. Because just because you're not in that point yet, just because you're not going through that kind of area yet, doesn't mean that you're not going to achieve it. It just means sometimes we have to go in a little bit of a different direction to come back around. And as you're kind of overcoming this sadness, you will be getting some more communication. And I feel like this is from either somebody or something that you feel like you've kind of missed out on. And it's coming back with having positive communication. So I almost feel like there's an expectation here that this person might argue with you or disagree with you. But I don't feel like they're going to. I really feel like that they're going to kind of have a positive communication with you. They're going to talk positively with you. And it's almost like they're trying to make amends. I don't feel like they're going to completely admit that they were wrong. They're going to kind of like admit a little bit. But it is definitely them trying to help out to make things better between the two of you. Just they still have a little bit of an ego that is stopping them completely from admitting they're wrong. You are still dealing with a lot of insecurity here, but when it comes to like letting people in and letting people be part of your life because of this person that was being arrogant, but you have a lot of positive people around you that would love to reach out to you, would love to kind of connect with you, would love to chat to you, but there is this major distance between the two of you. There's this major distance between you all. And I feel like for more than anything, this is helping you to kind of get out the cold. This is helping you to kind of get to a point of realizing that I do have people around me that do love me and care about me. And it's okay for me to reach out for them for support. Because I feel like other people around you, you've reached out for support before. And it's not really helped you. It's not really helped you to progress. It's not really helped you at all. And it's caused a lot of issues and it's caused a lot of problems. But I feel like more than anything, this is you kind of disconnecting from it all. With the Page of Pentacles here, though, I feel like once you kind of got that balance, though, there's somebody else that is, I feel like, a little bit older than you, but a little bit older and wiser, as in they're a bit more level-headed. Like, they take things slowly, they're a lot more methodical, possibly even Aquarius or Aries, but I don't feel like it's got the Aries, like, passion, though. It's like somebody who's very calm. So, this person is coming back around that's wanting to kind of be part of your life. And they're wanting to offer support, and they're wanting to, like, help you towards a new beginning. So, this is definitely them coming in for friendship and trying to be compassionate to what you need. But I hope that helps you out, those Scorpios. And if you have enjoyed it, please do let me know in the comment section down below. And give the like button a little bit of a boop. But we're going to go on now to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what do you need to know today, Sagittarius? Definitely positive communication coming in here. And I feel like this is either somebody you've had arguments with in the past, or you have arguments recently with them. Like, it's almost like you had to put your foot down with them and say no. Say, no, I'm not happy with this. You shouldn't have done this. That kind of mentality. But they're coming back around wanting to have reasonable conversations with you, wanting to have movement forward. Bottom of the deck here, we've got the Empress. They see you as somebody who is very strong and very fulfilling, as in like they've put you on a pedestal and gone, I really care about this Sagittarius, I really love this Sagittarius, I really feel stupid that I messed things up. It did lead to some heartbreak, this kind of arguments and disagreements. Some of you, this was literally an ex. Like, you had disagreements, you had like arguments between the two of you, or a romantic partner in general that you had arguments with. Others of you, this is a friend or a family, but heavily, I feel like this is like literally an ex-lover that's coming back around wanting communication. They don't have how to speak up yet though. But they've gotten a bit older and a bit wiser now. They're a little bit more wiser now. And now they do want a new beginning, new start with you. But I feel like whoever this is, you've been disconnected for a while. And you're really like, is it really worth my time investing in this? Is it really worth my time spending time to talk to them or repair things? We had this big argument. We had this big disagreement. Do we really want to restart things and continue on having conversations like this? Or should we just like cut off and go in a different direction? I just want to have a look a little bit deeper though. I do feel like that you're going to choose eventually to cut off from them, shut off from them. And I feel like it's because they still hold on a little bit of arrogance here. Of like, I wasn't completely wrong. But you are both focused right now at this present moment on the positives, on what you've both lost from not having this connection. And I feel like you're both ignoring the negativity here. So be careful about that, because although I do feel like this is meant to be a reuniting together, I feel like it's more of a temporary one. So it's more you reunite together so you can talk things through, you can level things out between the two of you, release any karmic debts, and then move on with your own lives. So I don't feel like this is long lasting. This is very short lived. Anything else you need to know about this though? It will cause a sudden change in your life, and I feel like this is you being offered relationships or connections that you wouldn't have wanted before. And I say the words wouldn't have wanted before because I do feel like in the end it'll be something you want. But sometimes we get offered things that we didn't think we'd want. Like if we want to work at a certain place for a job, we don't get a job there, but we get a job somewhere else. And then we find out 6 months later that we're so glad we didn't go and work for that other place because it shut down or it was terrible to work for, whatever, you know. I do feel like though you're being extended this olive branch. So although don't move forward quickly with it, take your time with it, slowly talk it through. It's definitely something that needs to happen so you can both work through this and both continue on. So do see it as a positive for your life and positive movement forward. I'm just going to see what else you need to know though. With the moon card though, I feel like you are getting emotional balance back in. And you are getting this fun and enjoyment kind of bubbling to the surface. With the Devil card, you're trying to cut out people from the past that did not serve you before. You're trying to cut out this old behavior patterns of getting close to people that didn't kind of help you, didn't help you to progress, didn't help you to move forward. So you are choosing to kind of cut those out, which is quite positive, really. And you're releasing a lot of these burdens, though. So a lot of karma unfolding for you today, I feel like, and over the next few days as you kind of progress through it. So I hope that helps you out though, Sagittarius. We're going to move on now to the next reading, which is Capricorn. So Capricorn, what do you need to know today, Capricorn? You'll definitely be offered a financial reward today, and I do want to say financial reward, either like a bonus or even just something nice being given to you, whether it's a bottle of wine or whatever. But this is like a financial reward or a material reward, something you can put a price tag on. Whoever's giving you this hasn't been communicating with you much, and you felt a little bit like this person or this organization. Some of you, it's like literally work is giving you a reward. Others of you, it's a person that you know is giving you something. You felt a little bit devalued by them or the situation. You were convinced that you weren't going to manifest any progression with this, like it would just kind of continue on the way it has been. For some of you that it's a work situation, you've kind of convinced yourself that you're never going to get noticed or you're never going to get a promotion, etc. But this is kind of like blown you away a little bit of going, what? I didn't think they were going to like recognize me at all. And it's because they've had poor communication, really bad communication. And I don't feel like it's just you that they've poorly communicated with or they've been unable to communicate with. There's been a lot of unfairness, either about other people that they deal with, or if it's an organisation, other people that work there. And they've been acting very cold towards everybody else. So that's led people to believe that nothing good is going to come of this. You will be obtaining focus though. You will be getting more and more focused. And there is an element here of being stuck. Of you feel stuck. You feel like unable to progress. And with the Page of Wands here though, I do feel like there is an issue with communication. Of not having the right communication coming forward. But with the Page of Swords here, you're dealing with that deception. You're dealing with those issues. And I feel like you're coming out of it with a lot of people who are actually for once expressing how well you are doing. So people are starting to sort of say, oh, well done, you've done really well, you've been really doing well at this, that and the other. So this is almost like you're getting more and more frequent, not just today, but more and more frequent people telling you how well you're doing or how well it's all been progressing, etc. I'm just going to see if there's anything else you need to know though. With the Fool card, it's definitely time for you to take a leap of faith towards a new financial plan or a new financial goal. This is almost like saving up, Capricorn. Like, this almost just feels like it's a lucky day for you to start focusing on saving on for something new. Whether it's a holiday or whether it's like a new car or whatever, now's the time to kind of put those ideas and plans in place. Why is that? Because you are disconnected from people and you're kind of having this kind of time of relax. I don't want to say relax, but like not having major changes. Like it's not like you're having lots of major changes thrown at you. So while it's a little bit calm, while you can kind of think things a little bit more clearer, now's the time to make those plans. Whether you want to like save a very small amount each week or each month, I feel like making those plans now, how you're going to achieve that, will help you in the months to come. But you're having to kind of be truthful about yourself, what you can commit to and what you can't commit to in this. And once you kind of take this idea of I'm going to save X amount per week seriously, that's when you're going to see the progression. That's when you're going to see it move forward. But there's a lot of people here devaluing you or undervaluing you. Which with the Queen of Pentacles here, I feel like you do have a lot to offer coming in. Like you have a lot of communication coming in that you can offer. A lot of connection. I just don't feel like it's necessarily instantaneous. But overall, this is like really positive though. This is really giving you a whole new positive perspective on it. I just don't feel like it's necessarily going to quickly snap back to reality or anything. It's going to take quite a while to kind of get to the point where you can achieve it, if that makes sense. So I hope that helps you out, Capricorn, and I'm going to move on now to the next one, which is Aquarius. So Aquarius, what do you need to know today, Aquarius? You're feeling stuck right now. You're feeling stuck. And I feel like that you're going back and forth. You have been going back and forth. And now you're starting to get focused on what you want to achieve. You were a little bit unsure before, but now you're starting to get that focus. there is some other people around you that are trying to be nice to you, trying to help you, to give you security. And I almost feel like this is either friends or family that are trying to help you feel secured and make sure you're okay. Because they know you're stuck or they know you're struggling. And they're trying to give you that reassurance of help. I almost feel like for many of you Aquariuses, you're not wanting people to see how you are struggling or how you're not coping very well. Like, you want people to not realize it. You want people to kind of just not be bothered with how things are progressing with you. I do feel like, though, there is an element here of you coming out of the cold. You're starting to enjoy life a little bit more. You're starting to kind of progress it. But with the Ace of Cups here, I feel like your insecurities are causing some issues. And there is a little bit of an issue here of you're having to realise that people are trying to help. It's not like they're babying you. It's not like they're looking down upon you. I almost feel like there's an element here of you not wanting to accept help because you're worried about somebody babying you. You're worried about somebody treating you badly. But with the World card here, you're going to have this amazing movement forward and progression. You just don't really realise how good this will be for you or how good this will be moving forward. I just don't feel like you really understand how this is going to help you. There is this element here of you're devaluing yourself and you're not really realising what you're bringing to the table. So those other people around you are really seeing the Empress energy that you have. They're really seeing this strength, this ability to do anything. And they're trying to help you with this. They're trying to help you to get momentum, to move forward, to progress. But the more you kind of push them away, the more it's kind of hindering yourself. Overall, just don't kind of allow it to like hinder you. What else do you need to know about them though? Or what else do you need to know about today in general? Take action. Strike while the iron is hot. Take action. More than anything here, you're having to leave the past behind. And I feel like you have such a belief that history is going to repeat itself that you're cutting everything off before you're giving it time to develop. I do feel like there is an element here though that you're dealing with a lot of people who are very arrogant and they're not really offering you what you want, as in like either work colleagues or people in romantic relationships are not really offering you what you need. You do have very loving friends and family around you though at this time, but that aspect is causing you some doubt. You need to see it really more clearly that these people aren't really connected to you. They only know you at surface value. And the people that really know you, your friends, your family, your close friends should I say, and close family members, they really know you. And they can kind of really see who you are. And they value your connection with them. Which is why they treat you very different to this other person who isn't really connected to you. Don't stifle your movement forward because of your emotions. Because of your emotions ups and downs, you might be kind of stifling your progression, your momentum, your progression forward. And I feel like more than anything, that's what's kind of happening here, is that momentum forward is slowing you down a lot and it's causing you not to continue. So be careful about that, and please do ask for help from these friends and family that really care about you. But we're going to go on now to Pisces. So, Pisces. What does Pisces need to know today? Pisces, you're starting to see your hard work pay off. I feel like particularly in the area of like your career and finances, you're starting to see how that your slow grind, your slow progression is helping with that. You are being offered some new tasks, I feel like, and I want to say tasks because I don't feel like they're obligations. This is almost like, can you try and do this for us? And it's like they're not overwhelming you, or it's taking it in a new direction slightly. But I do feel like this is going to be really positive for you. More than anything here, this is you overcoming sadness, starting to see things from a positive light. And with the Hermit card, this is you releasing yourself from hermit mode. This is you kind of getting to a point where you're spending time with people. You're kind of working with people, workshopping with people, collaborating with people, that kind of thing. And that's really going to help you to kind of see things from a whole new perspective. You do have a lot of emotional ups and downs here though. And I feel like more than anything, your progression is dictated by your emotions. You have such an emotional connection to your career and finance, particularly your career, like your life purpose, that you try and do things with passion. Like, I don't want to do something if it's not going to be enjoyable for me, if I'm not passionate about it, because I could be earning money doing anything. So I want to make sure it's something I'm passionate about, I enjoy. You will be overcoming a lot of your obstacles here. You're releasing them, letting them go. But with the reverse of the Judgment card, you're indecisive about how to progress. More than anything though here, I do feel like there's this element here of you spending a lot of time, hard work and time to really kind of get yourself off the ground, get the boots off the ground. And this is helping you in many ways to kind of see things from a whole new perspective. I almost feel like this is you kind of today getting these creative kind of sparks or creative ideas of how to continue on your work or life purpose in general. You don't necessarily have to earn money doing it, but your career or your life purpose, seeing amazing new creative ways to progress it forward. You're seeing what I'm getting drawn to here is this gemstone here, which has got some raw quartz in it. So you're starting to see the cracks in the rock. You're starting to see how there is something valuable hidden within. And I feel like as you see that, you're going to start to get inspired to try a lot of new things and try things from a new direction you wouldn't before. And this is really good for you in general. I'm just getting this kind of like, it lights a fire under your ass. And then you kind of go, my God, I need to do this. I need to go in this direction. I need to continue on like this. And that's really going to help you. It's really going to help you a lot. One thing I would say though is you're not really valuing what you've achieved so far. So you're a little bit emotionally distant from it. Do understand what you've achieved is amazing. It's almost like you're not seeing what you've achieved because it's been over such a long time. You've been making these incremental improvements, and because of that, you're not seeing how far you've come. Anything else you need to know? There is some issues here that you haven't quite overcome, which is with, I don't want to say overspending, but sometimes we have like subscriptions, or we have like, we're paying out for things way more than we should be. Have a look at that. I feel like this week or even this month, really kind of do a complete clear out and go, am I still, should I still be subscribed to this? Should I unsubscribe? Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? Do I need to walk away from it, etc.? And I feel like that's really going to help you to kind of see things, see how you need to go next. But with the reverse of the Sun card here, you're not really taking it seriously. I almost feel like you're not really married to them. Like, you don't really care about them enough to kind of keep them in your focus, should I say. So because of that, it kind of falls through the cracks. Anything else? There is some communication issues, as I feel like, as well, when it comes to your bills. It's almost like either getting billed twice or being billed the wrong amount. So do look into that as well, because I feel like that's going to help you a lot in saving some money. So I hope that helps you out, and please do take care, everyone. I will see you again tomorrow, and please check out the rest of the channel, as I have done plenty of the readings as well on there. So please do take care.